It's March, it's Nuremberg, it's Iwa, and straight away I found some stuff I want. I want a longship, yeah, a Viking sort of war get up there. I definitely need that fire set there. And as for suits of armour, quite how I'm going to get along without them I don't know, but this is Iwa. It's a fantastic shooting show. Always has been, always will. Entirely different from anything else. It's got a sort of a more restrained, sort of classier feel about it. This is European hunting. These folks live it. It's part of their culture. It's what they do. Fantastic place, fantastic show. And I'll show you the bits that I think you'll be interested in. There's always going to be loads of new stuff at Iwa. And how about this? This is a synthetic stock HW100 from Virag, of course. Doesn't that look sexy? I think that looks really good. You've got high grip panels there, look. Bit of a high grip sort of cheek piece. As you can see, it's ambidextrous. It's going to be fairly lightweight, a little bit lighter than the wood. Obviously warp free, all the rest of it. That looks good. We've booked it for a test, needless to say, and having shot this thing quite a bit, it's wonderful to see that it's moving on. Virag don't make great changes very quickly. They just sort of evolve stuff, and they've certainly evolved this one. Yeah, looking good. Looking forward to testing it. Hey there. You do bump into some very, very dodgy people at these shows. Now this here. This, believe it or not, this man actually owns a very successful business. Okay, this is Robert Buchanan from Airguns of Arizona, flanked in the worst possible way by this is Ted Beer from Ted's Holdover, universally adored. What we call him, an internet phenomenon, isn't he? He's a mogul. This man is.
Give a man a camera and a biscuit, and there's no telling what he can do.
You meet them all at this sort of place, I tell you. Lovely to see you.
They'll let anyone in this place, won't they?
Signing off now.
How did you get in, Terry?
I snuck in. I've been coming here for 20 years. I snuck in.
Wow.
Anyway, that's enough film time for you. I'm looking good. I'm looking good. There's less of me, but I'm looking good. Say goodbye, Robert.
Goodbye.
Say goodbye, Ted.
Goodbye, Ted.
I'm here on one of my favourite ever places in this place, and that's the FX Airgun stand. Now the light's sort of burning out the big old logo, but believe me, this is huge, this stand, absolutely enormous, and no wonder. Look at the amount of models they've got these days. Everything from 12 foot-pound single shots to multi-shots, field target rifles there, arrow firing machines. It's all there. FX are doing it all these days, and they're doing it better and better. And one of the reasons they're doing that is because they've moved into a brand new factory, which I'll be going out in May to visit. And one of the products of that new factory you can see right there. See those mounts? They're called No Limit because they adjust vertically, they can cant. You've got all the adjustment you need within the mount. That's the huge BR30 bench rest rifle. These things absolutely swept the board at the latest Bench Rest Extreme in Arizona that I attended. It was almost a clean sweep, as close as made no difference. There's another advancement too, because lately FX has taken up with Minelli, the stock makers, and they've all their wooden stocks will be made by Minelli, and the quality shows. Very, very high quality stocks, high quality stippling. Nice bit of design detail there. These are classy guns, and now they're in really classy stocks. They've still got the synthetic options, which are sourced locally, so that they can respond very quickly to any sort of design changes or larger orders. But all in all, FX airguns, absolutely huge. Massive in America too. I think they sell more than anybody on the high-end stuff. The really high-end stuff. And I've just been speaking to Frederick Axelson, the owner and the genius behind all this, and I said, what's keeping you going, Fred? What are you into? What actually keeps you making these things and reinventing everything? He said, because they're fun. They are such fun. That's why I shoot air guns, it's why I'm in air guns. He said, it's just fun. I love it. The enjoyment's incredible in it. And he's right. And that's why we're doing it. Love our air guns, and so does FX. Well done. I'm on the Realtree UK stand. This is where Team Wild lives, and the owner and proprietor of Team Wild, Ian Harford, has just had his Harley done in, what else? Realtree Max 5. Look at this. It's actually quite subtle, I think. Beautifully done. Tiny little bits, look, on the head there as well. You see that little strip there? Little bits on the whatever that is. Tiny little, nice little touches around the wheels. Obviously all the back mud guard. This is nice. It's not over flash. It's just the right amount of the right stuff, and I think it's much better than just the standard black. It took a while, very specialist process, but overall the effect is pretty special. Yeah, I like that. I never ever come to Eel without visiting the Jack Pike stand. Some of my favourite products, some of my favourite people. Top company, run by really seriously caring staff. Now they've got some new stuff for us air gunners. Look, here's the chucker target. See? Get hold of it, throw it anywhere you like, that will stand up, you'll have something to shoot at. Alright, high power guns will sort of make that rock, you'll get a bit of a reaction out of it. Up here we've got swingers, big old swingers down there. There's a lovely big old thing, look at that, that'll be good for FAC or pistol targets. We've got a pellet catcher, the usual range of paper targets. Little singular jobs that screw into dead wood or sort of wooden blocks. Standalone spinners. They're getting into the air gun stuff. We've got all the mounts and everything we need here. Whiz you along. Here you go. Look at this lot here. Now, this is called Wildlands. This is the Wildlands pattern. Jack Pike patterns are extremely popular. This Wildlands pattern will be just the same. Good for air gun hunters who hunt around sort of field borders and in the long grass and that sort of area. It'll go over all the Jack Pike products, but that's their new Wildlands pattern. I'm going to take you now, visual. Look at the size of this stand. Look how much stuff they do. Look, and that goes all around the back as well. Okay, so we'll go past the usual array of camo tapes and back to our targets again. Here's the neoprene stuff they're doing. They're doing loads of covers. The scope covers are now available in black. You've got your head nets, all the ghillie suit, the full ghillie suit, plus the material, all the hide netting. And I want to show you a couple of my own recommendations, stuff I wear an awful lot. You'll have seen me in the magazine with it on. This is the soft shell stuff. Look, Jack Pike soft shell in green or black. Excellent pieces of kit, these, really good. And my particular favourites are these trousers. These trousers have got a waterproof seat and knee. And for kneeling shots, sitting shots, just sitting around when you don't want to be damp all around your knees and everything, around your seat, absolutely excellent. Just brush it with your hand and everything falls off them. See, this is quality stuff, but it's quality stuff at affordable prices. It really is. It's high performance, reasonable cost, and generally I think it's gone up in quality over the last 5 years quite tremendously. There you go. That's my visit to the Jack Pike stand. Never an email goes past without me doing it. Always made welcome. Always plenty to see. Here's a bit of news for all day state owners. Now you see, this is the absolutely celebrated Wolverine stock. Everybody loves the Wolverine stock. I think that's really classy. And now the adapted version of the Wolverine stock. Here it is. You'll notice the similarities of it. This is the one that's going to go on all the Wolverine variations with the B-type and the C-type, and this new one here with the carbon fibre bottle called the Highlight. It's called the Highlight because it's got a higher shot count and it's lighter thanks to the carbon fibre. But look at the stock. It's a stock we're really interested in. It's another Manilli production, superb bit of kit, but it does hark back, as you'll see, to the original Wolverine. There you are. Day State don't hang about, they listen to what their customers tell them. The customer said, we like that stock. So, I'm giving them a version of it. Still a thumb hole, still got the essential Wolverine handling, but there's a lot of Wolverine 303 in it. While we're here, just drop down, see the C-type there, it's got a cylinder plus a synthetic sort of cover around it, sort of best of both worlds if you like. And final look at the new Wolverine stock as it's going to be. Yeah, I think they'll like it. If you want big and important at Iwa, you don't have to look too far past Umarex. Look at this place. We've got a town here, not a stand. It's everywhere, huge. Obviously the biggest interest to us will be the air guns, but this company is vast. It does all sorts of stuff. Look at it. Look, we've got axes and throwing knives. Look, there's a archery section here. We've got lamps and torches, match stuff. Walther, Hammerley and Rome, they're all under the Umarex banner. We've got obviously the air rifles, the LGVs, and here we have the LGU. This is the new Underlever. It's got the same sort of LGV power plant with a rotating piston as these brake barrels have, but this one's an Underlever. And I've fired that, I've been on the demonstration range. It shoots a tree. I'm only firing it at 7 joules, 6 foot-pounds, but these are exciting as well. This is the Terrace. This is sort of a cheaper LGV version without the rotating piston, but it shoots really well. I love the synthetic stock. You've got the Century, which is the wooden stock version. I prefer the synthetic. I think it feels more substantial. It fits my hand better. It's got that great sort of swell there. Filming this behind glass, as you can see. Absolutely superb bit of kit, this. Quite exciting to shoot. But look at it all around you. There's the sort of media centre there. More guns here. This is a massive company with a huge interest in their products. And they do take their products personally. I've visited the factory a number of times now. And you never get fed up with it because there's so much enthusiasm there. You've got the scopes. Pretty much everything is here to do with air guns. And there's going to be some extremely exciting developments coming out of this place. No doubt about it. Look out for them because we're going to bring you as many as we possibly can. Air guns from Umarex. Something special. You know how some things don't require comment? Yeah. Moving on to the Diana stand. Yeah, you think you may have seen these or something like them before, but you actually haven't because we've got that stuff, look. You see that? German and nitrogen piston technology. These are gas rams. This is the 340 NTEC Luxus. And you've got the NTEC Luxus Pro Compact as well, which I like the look of. I like that silencer, like the stock shape. I'd like a little higher on the cheek piece and a movable pad, but everybody's sick to death of me saying it. But they look good. I like the lines. I've never tested one. I'm going to have to try it out. But see how fast it is with a gas ram inside it, or nitro piston technology. I don't know if I'm allowed to say gas ram these days. It's probably tied up in trademarks or something. But they look good, don't they? And it is Diana. They do know how to make a gun. Be interesting, that one. Welcome to Feinberg Bow. Look at all this sexy aluminium match rifle. Absolutely top techno from head to toe. But the majority of you won't be remotely interested in that because what's sitting next to it is this. This could be the new and long-awaited return of the Feinberg Bow Sport. We've got a brake barrel, 12 foot-pound spring piston sporter, very, very sleek stock, sort of fish scale checkering. Really interesting safety at the back there. Elegant, purposeful, and those of us who remembers the 127 and the 124, 177 and 22 version of the Sport with great fondness, as I do, will be excited by this. As I say, very sleek, very elegant. This is the new Sporter from Feinberg Bow. Name yet to be absolutely confirmed, so I won't give you a couple of variations that I've heard. But we're speaking to them now, and be another interesting test for everyone. But tell the world, it looks like the Feinberg Bow Sport is back. I trust everyone knows what the whole blaze orange thing's about. Okay, obviously it's high vis, but why won't it ruin your entire day in the field? Well, there's a good reason for that. It's because the people that wear this stuff to keep them safe and so that other hunters can spot them from a mile away are usually hunting deer and still large mammals that see in black and white. So what you're looking at there, which really does stand out to us, doesn't stand out to the deer. It's just another shade of grey, really. Otherwise, somebody standing out in this immense smock here, blaze orange smock, you're not going to get anything come within 10 miles of you. But when you see in black and white, that blends in almost as well as a standard camouflage pattern. So, in fact, in some places in the US, you have to wear a certain amount of blaze orange to qualify to hunt there. So it's necessary, it works, and it doesn't mess up your day. Just in case you didn't know what the blaze orange thing was all about. Just over the top of that rack of stocks there is a sign that says Minelli, and you'll have seen Minelli quite a bit on your own guns. And I'm not going to say whose stocks these are, but it doesn't take a genius to work out that Minelli does quite a bit of work for quite a few airgun companies these days, and there's a good reason for that. It makes some great stuff in some incredible finishes. Look at all this lot. Look at what you can have your rifle stock in. Look down here, there's 24 of the things, all sorts of finishes, all sorts of designs. And as anyone who reads Airgun World will know, I go banging on and on and on about how important stock design is now to let the shooter catch up with the technology of the rifle. There's a whole load more down here. I can recognize at least 10 of those. This is Minelli. This company is going to play a very important part in our future, in your future, because it's going to make stocks that fit you better and allow you to get more out of what you've bought. And that's the next great movement. We want to make the guns better, fit the shooter. That's how to do it. And Minelli going to help make that happen. As you'd expect, Gamo are huge, absolutely huge, and their IGT system, inert gas technology, or gas ram, is getting bigger all the time. There you are, there's a whole line of them there. They're the ones with a 33mm cylinder, the Gamo power range. They're growing up, getting more sophisticated, and I say it every single year, these boys mean business. You can't get away from Gamo. They won't let you. Now, for reasons I can't quite work out, there seemed to be quite a bit of interest about this stand here, and a bit of a logjam. You can see the chaps coming past, and I'm sure there must be some sort of attraction involved, but I can't see it. I bet you can't either. Yes, I don't know if these two chaps here in the shorts and vests are famous shooters or not. Perhaps that's what it is. Yeah. If you ever make the mistake of thinking that airsoft is just for sort of kiddies, this is the ASG Action Sport Games stand. This is a huge concern. Thousands of people use airsoft and enjoy it and have a great time. It's a different type of shooting. Not everybody gets it, but not everybody gets our desire to be out in the fields or rolling around in the mud shooting targets or messing around with guns at home and stuff. So I think there's room for everybody, and a fellow shooter is a fellow shooter. This is huge here. It's a vast stand. There's a ton of interest in it, as you can see. And it's another way to enjoy yourself shooting. That's it. That's all it needs to be, really. Ah, blaze orange tit for sir. Yes, the very fellow. Look, marvellous, wonderful. Safety caps, elegant, remarkable. You'll certainly cut a fine dash in the English sporting field with your blaze orange tit for tat. Right, stay safe, stay stylish. Ah yes, now you see I've discovered the decor solution for my man cave at home. It's something a little understated like that antler chandelier there, look. That would be wonderful for me, I think. Bit of a rustic fireplace, a couple of soft padded type armchairs. Yes, I think that's quite the scheme for me. Can't beat 50 pairs of antlers hanging from the ceiling with 20 light bulbs on them. No. Yep, perfect. Hatsan are now firmly established. They're a player, big player. Through Edgar Brothers in the UK, they're into our market and they're serving our market. Now, regular readers will know we've been gone pretty heavy on the Galatian 3. I tested this one recently. I've had it with me for about 3.5 tins of pellets now, and I was a bit worried about the end cap where the gauge is. So Hatsan took some notice. Edgar Brothers must have tipped them the wing, and they've pinned it now, so you can't take it to bits and mess it all up. They're already responding to what their customers say. That can only be a good thing. There's a ton of features in these rifles for very reasonable money. I think Hatsan are going to shake it up a bit. In fact, they already are. Very impressed with these guns. Very impressed indeed. As will you be when you try them. Can't do a show like this without doing the Crossman stand. And this is the Benjamin Marauder. Seen it before. I've seen it loads of times. This is the new version, the synthetic stock one. This is the wooden stock one. Here's the one I want to show you again. Is this the Woods Walker? The difference is I've been shooting this lately. I've been testing it out for the first time ever. I've taken it walking in the woods. I've even shot squirrels with it. Puts a smile on your face like you wouldn't believe, that little thing, and it's finally going to happen. It really is actually going to happen. I've spoken to Crossman today. I've spoken to ASI who import Crossman, and this thing really is going to come into place. I didn't realise how much fun it was until I tried it myself. It's a simple little pre-charged pneumatic, bolt action, multi-shot, ambidextrous, simple as anything, little skeleton stock. I can see people customising this, putting cheek pieces on it, putting butt pads on it, doing trigger tweaks, making different silencers for it. But as it stands, as a standard item, a few days ago I was testing it on a range and I did 1/2-inch groups at 35 yards with it in 2.2. Splendid little thing, great fun to shoot, and it could be one of the biggest little guns you've ever seen in your life. It was a wonderful place to come and have a civilised chat. You can either go in a sort of half a log cabin with a televised fire, or you can shoot off next door to this enormous witch's hat teepee construction with a chandelier and have your pint of beer or your coffee or whatever you want. It's a classy place, you know, Nuremberg. Nuremberg itself, without the exhibition, is a wonderful place to be. So the buildings, the architecture, the people, it's just understated class. It's probably why all the showgoers attend an Irish bar and cram themselves into that, and where you can barely hear yourself think. But I think it says more about us than anything else. We do like to gather and get together, but this is just such a lovely place to hold a show. Ewa is special, always has been, hope it always will, and I'll be looking forward to next year. What a lovely place. Well, that's the end of the show for me. Days and days and days of walking around and seeing absolutely everything. Huge stands, small stands, everything's an interesting stand. Magnificent show this. It's been, I think, the best one I've ever seen. I hope you liked it as much as I did. And we'll be back next year. I hope you will too. Wonderful, wonderful place to be. The EWA show at Nuremberg.